Hi everyone, I'm Karlen and welcome to 3 Under 3 from the Clearwater Public Library. If you ask me, it's not October without some nail-biting scary stories. Today we're bringing you 3 horror novels to keep you up at night. Shirley Jackson's The Haunting of Hill House is the epitome of haunted house books. This classic has inspired numerous other books, movies, and TV shows, and remains at the top of many horror novel lists, without relying on gore or violence. 4 strangers gather to spend some time in a supposedly haunted house, each for their own reasons. What happens to them is a terrifying chain of events that has them all questioning their sanity and the motives of the others. Is something truly supernatural happening at Hill House, or is someone playing a dangerous game? Jackson's tight, lyrical prose ratchets up the tension to a fever pitch, and the climactic scene will leave you stunned. If you haven't read this one, you're in for a spooky treat, and if you have, read it again. I guarantee there's something you missed the first time. On the surface, Pontypool Changes Everything by Tony Burgess is a typical zombie story. However, this experimental deconstruction of a novel is anything but typical. A virus is spreading through human language, breaking down communication, sanity, and society, and causing those infected to lash out in murderous rage. Throughout this surreal and deranged novel, the perspective shifts between several survivors and infected, giving Burgess the opportunity to write prose that is both strikingly beautiful and maddeningly elusive. With splatter gore hidden among complex metaphors and compelling characters, this literary horror holds its place next to work by authors like Cormac McCarthy and Mark Z. Danielewski. I'm a big fan of Christopher Buehlman, a Tampa native author, and The Lesser Dead is one of his best. Set in New York City in the late 70s, this is a vampire story that makes vampires scary again. The protagonist, vampire Joey Peacock, lives with his clan in abandoned subway tunnels and details a relationship with humans that is, at the very least, conscientious enough to avoid attracting the attention of police. When horrifying new players enter the scene and the rules are thrown to the gutter, a ghastly war is waged beneath the streets of New York that puts the lives of Joey and his friends, as well as all the humans, at risk. Buehlman is a master at marrying gritty, in-your-face horror with historical fiction, and for all the gruesome monsters, there's no lack of atmosphere, compelling characterization, depth, or dimension. For an added treat, listen to the audio version of this one, read by the author himself. That's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed our 3 Under 3 horror novels brought to you by the Clearwater Public Library. See you next time!